Okay, so we look at Sniper Elite V2 at 21:9. I have a real love for World War II games, and whilst this is somewhat niche in terms of that it's a sniping game, it's nonetheless a great game set in a very believable Second World War Europe. Anyway, first let's go over the ultra-wide support. So there is native ultra-wide support with the gameplay correctly showing off more on the sides of the screen with no pop-in or lighting issues. The HUD is sadly stuck to 16:9 and it's worse than normal for this game because the HUD has a slightly grey faded overlay around the sides that clearly cuts off when meeting the extra 21:9 width, which is a shame, and I cannot find a way to change this. Screen effects, like when taking damage, also are resigned to the 16:9 screen space, sadly very obviously cutting off next to the extra screen width. The main and in-game menus are both 16:9 with black bars on the sides, and the same goes for loading screens and pre-level information screens. However, I'm running on an SSD, and loading screens are basically non-existent in this game, so you won't be looking at them for long. Cutscenes are pre-rendered in 21:9, however, lo and behold, the painful reality that the game fails to zoom them to fill the screen, so we're left with 4 black bars around the image. Damned annoying as ever. Thankfully, the X-ray kill shot's ultra-wide, so there's no issues there. Performance-wise, the game runs very well. It's a few years old now at this point, and I can easily run it on highest everything settings at 3440 by 1440 on a GTX 980 Ti, and stay over 100 FPS at all times. The issue is that you get stuttering every so often with the loading in of new areas, and also just generally the game kind of loses its buttery smoothness for whatever reason. I cannot fathom why, because the FPS is always rock steady high, so something in optimization must be affecting it, which is obviously frustrating, and otherwise the game would run perfectly. Gameplay wise, even though it's a sniping game, there is actually quite a decent variety on offer. Stealth plays a major role in it, and you must time your shots and pick your shots correctly to coincide with loud noises in the environment to avoid detection. You must also be aware of the noises of moving quickly, otherwise enemies will hear you coming. And yeah, overall the stealth mechanic is well implemented. I will say though, it's a shame that there is only one silenced pistol, because as a game that pretty much anyone primarily will want to play as stealthily, having to use the exact same pistol the entire time is annoying, and this is actually a gripe that the entire series has, not just with this one, and even with Sniper Elite 4 which just released, it's the same case really. What is also a bit of a gripe for me is the fact that without a silencer, if you fire your rifle, every enemy instantly knows where you are and they all converge on you without fail. As a game where, due to historical accuracy, you cannot have snipers with silenced weapons, it would have been nice if they had changed this mechanic a bit, to have enemies alerted, yes, that there is someone shooting, but then they must work out where you are. Why this instant need to know where you are straight away is there, I've never understood, and it means you will frequently opt to slowly crouching and moving about and killing people with the one silenced pistol, the Webley, and avoid sniping at all for long stretches as it's the only way to be stealthy. Yet this is a sniping game. It's undeniably a bit of a difficult position to be in. That said, the game is still a lot of fun. The sniping is very challenging and you really have to be pinpoint accurate. You cannot take very much damage before dying, making sure you don't opt to just run and gun. Enemies are generally pretty intelligent, though can at times have derpy moments, and snipers are hidden very well among the ruined buildings and environment to catch you out, so you really must scan the route ahead before making a move, otherwise a shot out of nowhere will hit you. A very cool feature to this game too is the co-op, allowing you to face the Nazis together and do the entire campaign as a duo, which is always a lovely inclusion in any game, though I wish it had an offline co-op feature too. With the release of the game also came the interesting Nazi Zombie Army trilogy, which actually turned out to be rather good, though I did have some issues with the camera and general feel to this series, but it showed that the gameplay actually is a lot more robust than it initially might have you believe. I'm going to give it a WideAsFcuk score of 1 because, well, it simply is lacking any real 21:9 support beyond the gameplay, which is a shame. Regardless though, I still absolutely recommend playing this title as it is a very solid World War II game and is part of the best sniping series out there right now. So I hope that gives you some information how the game runs at 21:9. Give this video a like if you found it helpful and subscribe for future info. For any of the games at 21:9, head over to my channel. Hopefully I've covered it. If I haven't, then leave a comment down below and I'll try and cover it. And if you'd like to support the channel, the links to my Patreon page are in the description. See you later.